Hey, what's up, everybody? I had this crazy dream, seriously. When I woke up this morning, I was in the middle of something that I don't even know. It involved a Huey helicopter from Vietnam. It involved Gary Gygax. He was piloting this helicopter, by the way. I was on there, and there were like a half dozen of these lizard men, and I'm talking like real lizard men. I don't even understand. I don't even know how this started. And I don't do drugs. I drink once in maybe a year. So the whole dream started where we were seriously, we were just flying. We were flying somewhere. I think we were flying to a game convention or something. And all of a sudden, because I was sitting as the co-pilot and Gary was piloting the helicopter, and Gary said, "Hey Dave, why don't you go in the back and DM a game for the lizard men back there?" And I said, "Seriously?" And he said, "Yeah, go ahead. It'll keep him busy." So I go back there, and of course the side doors open, and I'm trying to DM to these lizard men, and their spit and saliva is just literally just coating me in like oh my god, it was just crazy. And then Gary put the helicopter on some kind of autopilot, and we flew, and the dream ended before I got to see the ending. So I mean, it was a crazy ass dream. But anyway, guys and gals, I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving last week. I hope you ate a lot of turkey. I hope you had a lot of sleep and rest during the holidays. I actually did. I didn't have a game last Friday, and it was actually like a 4-day period where I just kind of rested and relaxed and did some stuff around the place. It was awesome. So I hope you guys had a great holiday. So this is for week number 48, November 28th through December 4th. And wow, we're already coming up on the end of the year again. So the first thing I want to tell you guys is don't forget about Christmas Eve. I'm going to be doing a Christmas giveaway extravaganza. So be there. It'll be starting at about 9 or 10 p.m. Eastern. I don't know the exact time yet, but I'm going to be having a lot of giveaways, Steam games, some stuff from the other vendors and sponsors that I've had throughout the past. So I can't give out any 100% details yet, but stop by on Christmas Eve. Hopefully everybody will win something, and it'll be a good time. This will be my fourth annual Christmas giveaway extravaganza. So guys, I hit 2 million views on YouTube now. That is crazy. I've been doing this for 4.5 years. It took almost 4 years to hit 1 million views, and within the last 6 or 7 months, I've already doubled in views, which is just absolutely crazy. So thank you guys for watching all of the videos and tutorials and all that other good stuff on YouTube. I really appreciate it. So I was supposed to have last Thursday. I was supposed to have a one-on-one with Arv Elron. You guys know Arv and the Arvanauts and stuff. Well, Arv had a little. Had to take a little downtime. He spent a couple days in the hospital yesterday. I can talk about this now because he actually officially had a stream last night to kind of let everybody know what was going on. But he contacted me Thursday on Thanksgiving and said that he was having to go get checked out because he's had some issues with his heart in the past. So it was good to see Arv back last night. I watched the rebroadcast. He's going to be switching some things up, much like I switched some things up as well, just from overworking yourself. And I took a couple of months off, maybe 6 or 8 months back, and it was well needed. I mean, and from time to time, guys, I'm going to take a week off, and like anybody else would with any other normal job, I'll be taking weeks off kind of not from the job. I can't do that yet for about another 8 months or so, even though I have vacation time built up, but I just can't do it until a year. So anyways, I'll be taking some time off as well. So when you guys are viewing streams, there's a lot of work that goes into this. There's a lot of preparing, a lot of planning, a lot of actual labor putting this stuff together, and it can really get downright taxing on an individual, and it happened to me as well. So good to see Arv back though, and we're going to reschedule it. We're already shooting emails between one another, so look for something in the future. Hopefully we'll be able to get something here pretty soon. But I'm going to be going to a lot of the other channels throughout Twitch and on YouTube as well, and I'm going to try to have more guests come on, and we can talk about DM stuff, RPG stuff, all that good stuff. So all right, so to talk about the Patreon page, I know you guys love to hear about the Patreon page every week, but I've made some changes. Last week I did my final Digital Dungeon Master closed workshop for the patrons, and this was something that I had been thinking about. Look at that beautiful moon up there. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Gives the setting like a really nice feel to it. But but anyway, I changed. I'm not doing the Patreon Digital Dungeon Master workshops anymore. And this is something that I thought long and hard on for about a month or so, probably even closer to 2 months, and it was just something that I felt that just at this point in time is just not really gonna need to happen. When I'm doing these live, there are between 2 and 4 people in there. Granted, yes, there are about 40 patrons now, but maybe we can bring that back if the number of the patrons goes up quite a significant amount. So that would be the way that I would bring it back. And this is something that I thought about when I first started doing this. But I'm trying to do as many rewards as I can and levels as I can to make it worth people being patrons. And like I said, it's something that I'll reevaluate down the line if everything turns out the way that I'm hoping to, and the numbers rise up dramatically. So there will be no more DDMs. But, I mean, plus I'm doing the Thursday workshops anyway. So any of the patrons, if you have any questions, anything like that, feel free to just write it down in the weekly treasure chest, which the new one is out today. And just feel free to, and I kind of explained it, and that's basically what I took for this week's treasure chest. All you patrons, if you haven't checked out the treasure chest yet, it just kind of explains everything that I'm explaining now, but actually it goes into a little bit more detail on the patron page. But just leave any requests, any topics that you'd like me to cover on the weekly treasure chest. Not a problem, and I'll if I know how to do it, I'll do it for you. So, but hey. But thanks again, guys. Like I said, I appreciate you patrons. You guys you're awesome, and we just hit a new level to where I'm going to start creating content now for my world. And it's going to be a slow process. We've got to the $500 level to where there will be a one-page PDF front and back put out, and it's going to just be information on my game. It's not going to be a Word document that's thrown together. This is going to be really nicely done. Nice, colorful backgrounds. There will be printer-friendly version. There's also going to be a numerous amount of monsters. Basically, I'm starting to build my game up from the ground up. And I'm going to have some will be nothing but rule modifications. I need to determine also what this is something that I've been battling and I've talked about on the weekly video for months now. I need to figure out what rule set that I'm going to do my game. Do I want to go the 5e OGL route and go the bandwagon route, which is, I'm not trying to say that in a negative fashion, but it is the flavor of the year game. So, and I love 5e, but there are some mechanics that I would like to change. So do I go the OGL 5e route, add my own rules inside, or do I go with another rule set like a Savage Worlds or a Cypher system? So licensing is definitely obtainable through all of those, except for the the OGL. You don't really have to worry about it as long as you don't say beholder or copy word for word and stuff, which I wouldn't do anyway. But hey, I mean, I'm a history major. I know all about plagiarism and stuff like that. So, but it's going to be a one-page PDF front and back, and it will be just numerous. I might even do straw polls. I mean, I've got 10 books of towns and regions that I've created. I don't have a map, but I have a couple of rough sketches that are absolutely rough, and I'll show those to you guys one day throughout the plot, the process of creating a map. And I'm gonna have Zovia. I'm gonna commission her to do all of my art. So if I want a piece of art for a certain type of monster or creature, I'll get with her, tell her what I envision it to be, and then she always knocks it out of the park. So yeah. And then if there's any kind of cartography, there's another couple of rewards that are going to be coming up as more patrons join. Then the 1-page PDF will go to a 2-page PDF. And then there's another reward after that will be either an adventure or a region or a town, a fully put together town, and it will have cartography, everything. And the way that I want to do my world is I want to start in points, and I want to fill in the map. And as I do this, the map will be getting more and more complete every time. So you'll be able to download the current maps as well. Periodically I will post a map in the patron. So yeah, but it's something that I'm really looking forward to doing. There's a couple things that I need to get figured out. Like first off, the most important thing is the rule set. I'm pushing towards doing the OGL 5e, and then later on down the line I can convert stuff to Savage Worlds or Cypher System, because I really like those systems. And the more systems the merrier anyway. It's just that I can't do it all at once, because that would be a massive undertaking to do everything at one time. So all right, so and I still need players for Saturday, guys. I've got at least 2 more spots open for a Saturday game. So if you are interested in joining a game, and if you're looking for a consistent dungeon master, and a dungeon master that puts a lot of care and a lot of effort into and a lot of passion into his games, then check out my Patreon page and scroll down on the right hand side to where it says Saturday game. And then if you want to make a pledge to get into the game, feel free to. Some people want to do that, some people don't want to do that, and hey, I'm fine with it either way. So it's something that this whole Patreon thing is something that I really thought long and hard about, because I knew that there would be mixed feelings from the community on that. But so far it's been accepted very nicely, and hopefully I'll be able to do this full time, guys, as a job, and then I'll be able to go into my job and say, hey guys, I want to go part-time 1 day a week. I want to keep my benefits. Well, I won't say I'm just going part-time to keep my benefits, but I'm sure they'll put 2 and 2 together anyway. But yeah, that's what I'd like to do, guys. So if you guys want to get, and plus the more people that join the games, that actually puts the reward levels up, and that's just more custom content that's going to be coming out in the future. So like I said, guys, if you guys need a game on Saturday night, feel free. We'll play whatever rule set you guys come up with of all the rule sets that I have and that I know. We'll put in any house rules, any of that good stuff. So all right. So there's going to be some changes to the Patreon page as well, because this is a work in progress. The reward levels are going to be changing, the contributor levels are going to be changing. So actually they're all pretty much changed now, which I took a couple of reward levels out that involve the Digital Dungeon Master video. So I've kind of moved a couple of things down to lower denominations, so you'll have to just check that out. On the right hand side, you'll notice that the digital downloads will be available for everybody at the $5 net pledge, and that'll be everything that's part of my game. So there will also be a section on the left hand side to where you'll just be able to go right to all of the download posts and check them out. And I also removed the Digital Dungeon Master videos from the playlist, and I will also be making them public to view on YouTube, and I will be linking them into Patreon for all of the new patrons that come in and want to get involved with Adventures League. So there we go. Another thing that I'm thinking about, guys, as we get several more, because the patron games are starting to get quite a few signups, and I know this is going to happen. So I'm going to reach out to my players that play on Friday night, and I'm going to see how they would feel about me hiring a dungeon master and opening this up to 2 days a week instead of just 1 day a week. So that's also another possible level that we can get to when the time comes, because I'm not going to be able to DM a game with 10 players in it, and it's starting to get to 7 signups, 8 signups. So I don't mind doing games that big, but I kind of want the games to be smaller, 4 to 5, and if that means that I have to hire another dungeon master, then I'll do that. Hopefully they'll be up for it, and believe me, it'll be somebody that can run a good game, or maybe I might have to do another day a week, but that's just gonna, I really can't, time wise, not yet, I can't do a second Adventure League night a week. It's just mathematically impossible with my job and everything else. So as a temporary fix, I could hire a DM for a little bit, but I don't know. We'll have to see. That's a thought that ran through my head, but we'll see. All right, so as for my projects, you guys have known that I've been working on my Numenera data, putting it into Fantasy Grounds, and it's actually coming along really awesome. I finished all of the equipment, and this is just for the core rulebook so far. I finished all of the equipment, all of the oddities, the artifacts, the ciphers. I've added all the tables. It is looking really good, and now I'm working on monsters. And when I'm doing the monsters, not only I'm building these monster sheets, but I'm also making tokens for them, and I'm also adding the art and all of the lore into it too. So it's looking really good, and I'm going to work on it for a little while tonight. It is about 7:00 p.m. now, and I'll be turning on the stream tonight for a couple hours, and I'll show you guys the progress of this. And I'm really excited about it, and I really can't wait to play some Numenera eventually. And I did the same thing with Shadow of the Demon Lord about 4, 5, 6 months back, and I wish I would have waited for 3.2, because now I'm going to have to go all the way back, go through all that content, and separate everything into individual modules to where everything would be searchable. So in my Cipher System game, there is, when you go to the items, you can click on items, and then you can literally click on ciphers, artifacts, oddities, and it'll pull everything up. You can't do that the way that I did Shadow of the Demon Lords, because it worked off of the tabs on the bottom, and they've done away with the tabs, so it's unfortunate. So, but hey, that'll be another project that's going to be way down the line, and I'm sure it'll probably happen down the line. So Cipher System is going on now. I'm going to do the core book. After I'm done with the monsters, I'm going to import all of the Gazetteer. I'm going to take the beautiful Ninth World map that they have, and I am going to take the core rulebook, take all those locations, put them on pins on the maps. I'll have player information and game master information for each, so players won't see stuff that they shouldn't see. And then I'm also going to take the new Torment Tides of Numenera book. I'm going to do one for that area because I actually really like that, and I want to run an adventure out of there first. And then I'm also going to take the Ninth World, the massive Ninth World guidebook, and I'm going to add that onto the map as well. So there's going to be so much info. I can't wait to get this done. And plus I'm going to add the bestiary, I'm going to add everything else, all of the modules, and it'll just all kind of cycle into, and everything will be, you'll be able to see where everything comes from. So if this cipher comes from, the Devil's Backbone or the Devil's Spine module, it'll say this cipher's from this, which is really cool, and I can't wait for that to it's starting to take shape now, but in the next couple of months, 3-4 months, it'll be really, really, really awesome. So alright, so I think that's about it. Oh, also check out Zovia's new map. The map that she just released the other night for $1, which is right here, guys, check that thing out. If you don't want $1 a map like that, a $1 per map per week of something of that quality, wow, you're crazy. And plus, you know, if you do the $2 pledge, you can get tokens and whatnot. So check out Zovia's maps. I'm telling you, man, that is beautiful. It's better than anything out there, guys. Her maps are just absolutely astonishing. She puts a lot of time into them. They're all hand drawn too. I mean, you can't get any better than that. And that's why I want to commission her to do all my stuff, because she's just an amazing artist. So all right, and last but not least, I want to talk about the Limitless Adventures. You guys know that I really dig Limitless Adventures. They've got a Kickstarter going on. They've got a little less than 2 weeks left, and I believe that you can get their first 15 PDFs in like a 200-page softback book. I think it's like $35 or something like that. $30 for black and white or something like that, and a little bit more. And then they also have some colored versions too. So check out that Limitless Adventures. I'll have the link to the Kickstarter down below. It's great for plug and play, and you know, especially when you're rushed like I am, working a job, you know, almost full time and this full time. It's pretty crazy. So anyways, guys, gals, thank you so much. Please feel free to leave a comment section, guys. Please leave comments down in the section below. I always check them out. Also, let me know what you guys think for any ideas that you have for topics on the weekly workshops, all that good stuff. You know, I appreciate everyone, and I'll see you guys next Monday. Peace out. Hey, and I'll tell you what, be careful of those lizard men, because they excrete so much saliva, it's ridiculous. See you guys.